planted, how you plant these, well, how you plant. What we're really going to be doing for this video is checking out our soil from the Bokashi factory, soil factory. That is the medium we're going to use for my fall seedling plantings. I haven't opened it yet. It was ready back on 7/15/2020. Since then, I've had 3 full buckets of Bokashi, all of which I've added to tree pits instead of to the soil factory. I definitely feel that the Bokashi with meat is a lot worse smelling than Bokashi without meat. And if I'm going to have an indoor soil factory, then I probably will not ferment meat scraps, but as long as I'm adding it to the outdoor ones, then I will. So probably for the rest of the summer, I will ferment my meat scraps, and then in the winter time, what I may do is just freeze them, and then I can dispose of them in a non-stinky way. I'm not really sure yet, but I don't mind fermenting them for tree pits outside, because the moment you put the mulch on, there's no smell anymore. But they do really smell stronger in a way that is not pleasant than the all vegetable Bokashi. The one that I had in the soil factory here in the house is an all vegetable Bokashi, and it has not really had any strong smell. I will say that I had put some stalks of green garlic in it, and that did make some smell, but it smelled like garlic, which is not a bad smell if you cook with garlic. If you have never cooked with garlic before, perhaps you'd be upset about a lingering garlic smell in your house. When it got annoying, I got what they call a bad air sponge. You can get these at your local, this is the company I use. This is not a placement, but this particular company is called Bad Air Sponge. But these are just they're an odor nutrient, neutralant. It absorbs odors. They don't smell like anything. I just popped one on top of there and then the smell went away. And maybe I could do that with the meat one too. I don't really know, but I'm not particularly inclined to try it. Maybe I will. We'll see. For now, the meat ones have been put on the tree pits outside. I have 2 more tree pits that need Bokashi anyway. And so my next 2 buckets, I might as well ferment meat in. Let's find out what the soil looks like in the soil factory. I literally have not opened this since I've never opened this. So let's check it out. And this is a problem. So I just opened up my soil factory, and it is full of fruit flies. It is utterly unusable for indoors. I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna put it in one of the tree pits. The fruit flies can reproduce there, and I'm gonna ask my super to put on the water so I can rinse out my bucket, and then I will decide if I'm gonna keep it or not, or if I'm just gonna recycle it. And then I'm gonna come back and plant up my seedlings in regular soil, which thankfully I bought a bucket for just in case. So, Bokashi, here is my final review. Excellent way to compost indoors, but you want to have an exterior place probably to actually put it in the end. So to that end, I'm definitely going to do 2 more buckets worth. I think the original Bokashi website says to do it in a 50-gallon bucket, and I'm sure with more soil and 50 gallons worth of space, maybe this wouldn't be an issue, especially if it were outdoors. But I don't think that I can use it to make soil factory for indoors. However, I will also say that the Bokashi juice has been incredibly useful for my plants. So, but I don't use it up super duper quick. So it might be worthwhile to simply Bokashi when I need to get Bokashi juice. I currently have about 16 ounces of it, and if I do 2 more buckets, I can probably get another 16 ounces of it, and then I'll have a lot for my plants, which absolutely adore the Bokashi juice. And I do think the trees are going to like it. So it may be something that I end up doing off and on, not always doing, because I'm not always going to have a space to dump it. Unless I decide to start just peeling back the mulch every few months and keep adding it to the street trees. Maybe I will. Let's see. Like I said, this is all an experiment. And in this case, we have found the edge case of how far I'm willing to go with my Bokashi indoors. I'm willing to make Bokashi. I don't mind making it. I don't mind. I love the Bokashi juice. I think it's going to be great for the street trees, but I don't think the soil factory idea inside the house is going to work for me. All right, I'm gonna go get rid of this biological experiment, and I'll see you all soon.